Evening everyone, how are you? Now, with all this singing lark, we got talking about things and it got me thinking. It didn't get me thinking, it reminded me I should say. When we were young, we used to buy some frisbees in little square packets and spent all the money on them, these things, right? 45 vinyl records. Now I've still got mine, and all of them, they're well worn, they've been well played, but they're not scratched to death, and they actually need a new home, you know. So I documented them once before. Of course, the computer packed up and it didn't work with the program, you know how it is. So I've just written down what I've got. And what I'll do at the end, I'll show you them. You know, I'll just I'll put them on at the end, and I'll pause it, you know, so you can actually have a look what I've got. Right, look on the floor, and you can see I've got quite a lot. Right, I think there's about 80 left. I got rid of some long time ago. The ones I didn't like so much, you know. Someone got a jukebox. I've never had one. One of the few things I've never had. I had fruit machines and all sorts. Never had a jukebox. Anyway, someone had one, so the ones I didn't like, fill this jukebox up and play with it. You know, we had a look at that. Anyway, what I'll do now, or attempt to do, it's all attempt for me, isn't it, at the moment. Right, what we'll attempt to do is to show you some of the better ones I've got. Now all these, by the way, are in, as I say, they're well worn, but there's very few scratches on them. And most of them are in original covers. But some of them are actually quite, you know, I've managed to collect them like that. All or nothing, small faces. Right, I'll just show you these few that we've sorted out. 19th Nervous Breakdown, the Rolling Stones. Now, of course, I can't, it would be lovely if YouTube allowed me to put some of this music on with this, you know, wouldn't it? It'd be great, but they won't. So you'll have to go and just do a search for what song you want to see. Right. All I Really Want to Do by the Byrds. Right. And I'm not saying all these, they're normally classics. I mean this one, look. Now this is an absolute classic, because my favourite group, if you were... Right, you can't quite see me, can you? Right. If you were to be marooned on a desert island and you're only allowed one group, right, now who would it be? Well, mine would be Quo, you know, without any doubt. Anyway, this one, that light isn't glaring too much, is it? No, I think we're all right there actually. If I can just move around there to stop the shadow, that's a lot better, look, isn't it? Now we're getting in a bit of order. Pictures of Matchstick Men, Status Quo, right? So that's a pretty good one, and I will just show you this one, just to show you, it's, as I say, it's worn out. They were played on very poor records, but can you see that? There's very few scratches on that. That is the A side. See, and it's in its original cover. So, like I said, these need a new home. You know, that's the thing. Want to go to a collector, we'll look after them a bit better. So here we are, look, and then we all just like making videos and taking photographs. You go on holiday, don't you? Well, most people do, I don't, but you go on holiday and you take some photographs, you know, and then you take it at a wedding and so on, and you look back through your albums when it was proper photographs, not today, because everyone will lose everything, won't they? But, you know, everyone carries a camera on the phone and everything today, don't we? But it goes in stages. And you'll see on my collection, when I put it up, it's in stages. Because, of course, I bought records when I first started. You know, so there's another one, you see, a classic, isn't it? So I've got quite a few classics. Here's another one, look, that you may or may not know of. If not, you want to have a listen to these. Hold On Tight, ELO. Quite a few will know that. I'm sure some of you will. Here's another one. Half As Nice, Amen Corner. So as I say, this won't be too long because I'm, you know, I mean, I've looked at 1 or 2 videos of people's collections and they're just holding them up. Well, it's boring, isn't it? You don't want to be doing that. Another good one, and I'll just tell you a little tale about this. Hot Love, T-Rex. Now, it just brought that out, and I think it was at #1, and we used to go to a ballroom place where they had top groups on in Boston, called the Glidodrome. And I went back 68, and I was very, very fortunate to see Hendrix there, and Mark Bolan, and quite a few more in only a few years. You know, in sort of 5 years of going intermittently, I saw most of the stars there except the Beatles and Stones, so I think we did pretty well. So there you go, that's another one, you see. And talking of the man himself, Mr. Hendrix, I actually saw that come out, and I saw him there when that was in the hit parade at, I think, #1 or something like that, and he just brought the other one out. He didn't like that, by the way. But anyway, I saw the man himself play that, so there you go. And, what's this? Oh, another one that you will have heard of. Some of you will have heard of. Not all of you, obviously. As I said, most of these are in original ones. Not all of them I bought new. 1, 2 I didn't buy new. But most of them I did. And I didn't actually play them that much, I suppose. There's another one you'll have heard of. As I say, I've sorted just a few of these out that you might like to know about. And as I say, I'm only doing these few. I'll tell you 1 or 2 little tales on the way. And then, as I say, all this started with me playing that song the other night, and someone said about one of them. Now this record here, I never liked it actually, I don't know why I bought it. It's not the oldest one I've got, but that one. And that is actually the first record I ever bought, right? I don't know why I bought it, but I did. And look at the condition. You see I haven't played it that much, but can you... Hope you can see on that, it needs a clean and that, it's got grubby fingerprints and all sorts, but there's hardly any scratches on it, and it's in its original cover, so, you know, I suppose for all these years, you know, 50 years later, it's been in the cupboard all the time, that's why. Here's another one, another classic, can you see that? I'll let you read that one. People who know anything about music will know about that. And then of course we've got the people that started it. Now a lot of people disagree with me on this. A lot of people disagree with me on this, but because music seems to be one of those things, isn't it? You know, music seems, and there we are, you see, we've got a couple of those. Right, so there you go. Right, what I'll do, I'll carry on this conversation showing you my collection. Now, where was we? Right, I've written them all out, they're not in order. Oh, I know what we're talking about, music, weren't we? Yeah, this is not in order. As you can see, I don't know how this will come out on the video, but it probably will. We'll try it. Anyway, what you can do, of course, is have a look down there and pause the video. That way, you'll we'll be able to see what we've got. Anyway, music. Right, now we all know that Buddy Holly, etc. Sort of took black music and made pop music out of it. And then along came Elvis, who sort of took that music and made pop music more than the original ones, right? More than, like I just said, Buddy Holly and Bo Diddley, no, Bo Diddley's a song, idiot. All them anyway. Chuck Berry, right? So then along came the Beatles, and I was very lucky because I was looking there, Jeeps till I got to, there we are, right. I'm trying to leave this as I'm waffling on, just to let you see what I've got, right? This is my collection. I've written it out today. So anyway, along came the Beatles, and in only a few years, they took music, pop music, from Elvis and Chuck Berry taking black music and making pop music to where it is today in only a few years. And it's never changed. There's been lots and lots of variations. Right, I'll go to the top of that page. As I say, I'll leave it quite a while. And, you know, if you can't quite get to the end, you know, you can, obviously, you can pause it to have a look. But the thing is, this needs a new home. So if you know anyone, I don't want a fortune for it, but as you've seen, most are in original packets. They're not scratched to death. They are very worn out, some of them, but they're not scratched to death. I don't want a fortune for them, but they do need a new home. You know, go to a collector or someone like that. So that's how it goes. But as I say, it's, you know very well how contentious it is. You know, this record collecting and, sorry, this music business, you know how contentious it is. I can remember going to school and there was some lads having an argument that the Rolling Stones were better than the Beatles and so on. You know, I can actually, I can actually remember that. I know it's amazing I don't remember anything. I can't remember what I had tea an hour ago. But, you know, it is amazing. But there you go, look. And there's another page yet, so we'll just leave it there. I think that's the bottom, isn't it? Let me just check. Yes, there you are.